Welcome to Wealth Creation Mindset 8, the channel where powerful success stories, millionaire mindsets, and life-changing lessons inspire you to dream bigger and take control of your future.
What if I told you that a single dollar invested at age 10 could become thousands by adulthood? And what if the difference between being rich and being poor wasn't how much money you earn, but what you learn before you're 18? Today, you're about to hear the story of a boy who started with almost nothing, made mistakes, got laughed at, and still built wealth step by step. Stay until the end because one lesson from this story could completely change how you think about money forever. Wait. You spent your birthday money on seeds? Everyone in the classroom burst into laughter. But little Ethan smiled and replied, "Maybe. But these seeds will buy me more birthday gifts next year." The class laughed even harder. What nobody knew was that Ethan had just taken the first step toward building wealth. And that decision would change his life forever. Ethan was 10 years old and lived in a small farming town. His family wasn't poor, but they weren't rich either. Every dollar mattered. One afternoon, Ethan sat beside his grandfather on the porch. Grandpa handed him a shiny dollar coin. "Do you know the difference between rich people and poor people, Ethan?" "No, Grandpa." Grandpa smiled. "Poor people spend money. Rich people make money work." Ethan frowned. "How can a dollar work? It doesn't even have legs." Grandpa laughed. "That's exactly what I asked my father when I was your age." Both of them laughed. Then Grandpa continued seriously. "Money is like a worker. Every dollar you save and invest becomes an employee. The more employees you have, the harder they work for you." That sentence stayed in Ethan's mind. Instead of buying candy, Ethan used his birthday money to buy vegetable seeds. His friends thought he was crazy. One friend laughed. "Ethan, you're investing in dirt." Another joked. "Next you'll be opening a worm company." Everyone laughed. Ethan laughed too. But he planted the seeds anyway. Every day after school he watered them, pulled weeds, protected them from insects. Months later, he harvested baskets of tomatoes and cucumbers. The local market bought everything. His $20 had become $80. Ethan was shocked. So that's what Grandpa meant. For the first time, he understood a powerful truth. Money grows when value grows. One evening Ethan asked Grandpa, "Why doesn't everyone invest if it's this simple?" Grandpa became unusually serious. "Because most people want results today. They don't want to wait. They spend today's seed and then wonder why they have no harvest tomorrow." Ethan listened carefully. Grandpa pointed toward a nearby oak tree. "See that tree?" "Yes. Someone planted it 40 years ago." "Wow. The best time to plant a tree was 40 years ago. The second best time is today." Years later Ethan would realize that this was one of the most valuable wealth lessons he'd ever received. At age 12, Ethan started another experiment. He bought candy in bulk and sold it at school. His friend Jake became his first customer. "How much?" "50 cents. Jake complained dramatically. "50 cents? At that price, the candy should do my homework." The boys laughed. But Jake bought it anyway. Soon Ethan had customers everywhere. He kept records, tracked expenses, counted profits. Every week he reinvested part of his earnings. Instead of spending everything, he followed Grandpa's rule. Pay your future self first. By 13, Ethan had saved more money than most adults in town. Success made Ethan confident. Maybe too confident. At 14, he invested nearly all his savings into a business idea without researching it. The project failed. Almost overnight. He lost most of his money. That night he sat silently on the porch. Grandpa joined him. "I failed." "No," Grandpa replied. "I lost everything." Grandpa shook his head. "If you still have the lesson, you haven't lost everything." Ethan stared at him. Grandpa continued. "Money lost can return. Wisdom lost is harder to replace." That moment changed Ethan's perspective forever. At 15, Ethan discovered investing. He learned about businesses, stocks, and compound growth. One day he excitedly showed Grandpa a notebook. "If I invest a little every month, the money keeps growing on top of the growth." Grandpa smiled. "Now you're discovering the eighth wonder of the world." Ethan laughed. "What's the first 7 wonders?" Grandpa laughed too. "Doesn't matter. Compound interest beats most of them." Both of them laughed so hard they nearly fell off their chairs. But Ethan understood the lesson. Small investments made consistently over many years become enormous. Not because of luck. Because of time. Years passed. Ethan continued investing. While others bought expensive gadgets they couldn't afford, Ethan bought assets. While others chased quick money, Ethan built long-term wealth. At 18, he wasn't a millionaire. But he had something far more important. Knowledge. Discipline. Patience. And a growing portfolio. His friends were shocked. "How did you get ahead so quickly?" Ethan answered. "I didn't get ahead quickly. I started earlier." Silence filled the room. Because everyone knew it was true. One day Ethan spoke to a group of younger students. A little boy asked, "What's the secret to becoming rich?" Ethan smiled. "There are no magic secrets." Then he wrote 4 words on the board. Save. Invest. Learn. Repeat. The children stared. "That's it?" "That's it." Another child asked, "When should we start?" Ethan smiled. The day you received your first dollar. 3 wealth quotes to remember. Do not work only for money. Make money work for you. Every dollar invested today is a worker building your future. Wealth is not created by how much you earn. It is created by what you keep, invest, and grow. Ending. As the audience left, one young boy remained behind. He held a single dollar in his hand. Do you really think this can change my future? Ethan looked at the dollar and smiled. No. The boy looked disappointed. Then Ethan continued. But the habit you build with that dollar can. The boy's eyes lit up with hope. And that is where every wealth journey truly begins. Not with millions. Not with luck. Not with connections. But with one decision. A decision to think differently. A decision to invest in your future. A decision to create wealth one step at a time. If this story inspired you, remember. Your financial future is built by the choices you make today. Start small. Think long term. Stay consistent. And never stop learning. This is Wealth Creation Mindset 8, where stories teach success, mindset creates wealth, and every video helps you move one step closer to financial freedom. Like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next inspiring wealth building story. Until next time, keep growing your mindset. Keep growing your wealth. And keep believing in your future.